Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Money and Mindset Podcast. I am your host, Sheryka Alford, here with
Anntricia Bray Smith.
Anntricia Bray Smith. Always a pleasure. I see you full of sunshines and dance moves as usual. Anyway, today we're going to talk about reasons for doing a no spend month. I know we are a couple of months past the holidays, just about to head into the spring break time. So, I think doing a no spend month is probably a good way to recalibrate that budget and kind of get those finances lined up.
Get ourselves lined up right along with it, girl, because we done it over the holidays with the food and the presents and the house guests and all of that. We overdone it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. And every year we say the same thing, right? I'm not going to do that again. And by the way, speaking of which, public announcement, Christmas is in December. It is now February. Let's start saving now for Christmas. And not only Christmas, before Christmas, we talked about it in our other previous episodes, saving money for the holidays. It starts in October with Halloween, November, Thanksgiving. So let's just start putting back a little bit now to prepare for that. But we're going to talk about a no spend month, which that will be a great way for you to free up a little extra money to put back for the holidays or just for an emergency fund even. So have you ever done a no spend month? And I don't mean just, you just haphazardly did not go spend money.
You can laugh at me if you want. I'm going to say that is a big fat capital N, capital O. I have never been intentional with doing a no spend month. I've heard about it. However, there were months that we didn't spend. Let's think back 2020 when we didn't go out the house. We didn't have things that we necessarily had to get out and do. And so during that year and during those months, there was times that I went months on end without spending. But now that everything is opened up and life is has some type of normalcy again, we're spending. And when we say no spend months, we're not talking about the regular bills and things like that coming in every month. We're talking about this extra stuff that we like to go out and spend, and we do. And so, no, I can just say that and be honest with it. That has not been me. And I'm excited to see what this here episode is going to evolve into, because maybe it's something that I really need to tap into and not spend.
Yeah. Well, you said a key word. You said intentional, and see that is a huge part of doing a no spend month. I've done one before in the past, and actually I plan on doing one next month in March. And you have to be intentional.
Girl, March is girl, that's spring break. That's the weather's getting pretty. It's shopping time.
We have all the excuses.
It's vacation time, ain't that it? See, I know somebody thinking just like me, so just keep it real. March.
But you know what?
I can do April, but I can't say more.
And that's fine. Don't you have a daughter whose birthday is in April?
Her birthday every day.
Yes.
Her birthday every day. Okay, so there they. I might can do April, but March. Woo!
I mean, and it is an individual thing, and that's a big part. If you choose to do a no spend month, you do need to think ahead. It takes some preparation. It's just not wake up, that sounds like a good idea, I'm going to do a no spend month. No, you need to be mindful and have clear guidelines set. And especially if you have a family or a partner or someone else in the household with you, that's a discussion you probably want to have. Because I know my kids are very familiar with the no spend month. Anytime I say it, they roll their eyes and, they're really not interested in hearing it, but they are aware. So, you can't just, oh, I'm just not going to spend money this month. You actually have to plan and think ahead. If you know that Grandma Gladys's birthday is cut up, family get up at XYZ, that's probably not the month for you to practice a no spend month, So yeah, be intentional and set aside your guidelines in advance. And you say just going out spending. I know some of us say, well, I don't really spend that much money, or I just go, I may run into like one of the, the green, blue, yellow stores, all the discount stores, and say, I just grab this, well, a part of doing a no spend month is also to help instill discipline. And that's one thing that we lack. And that's one of the things that gets us into big trouble when it comes to our money, is that lack of discipline. So it's not so much of, okay, I'm not spending a lot of money, just a little bit here and there. But for that no spend month, you're really going to focus and be mindful and intentional and say, okay, I'm going to pay my bills. I'm going to handle my necessities. But as far as like, all the going through the drive-through windows and all the other little stuff we like to do, instead, I'm going to go to the grocery store and prepare items, take my lunch to work. You have to sit out and plan those guidelines. Another thing,
I guess with me, while you're talking, Sheryka, those are some of the habits that I have already. So it's not something that I would think of to play a major part in a no spend month. Now, to me, when I look at a no spend month, that is no going on my staycations. That means I stay home or visit a friend in their home. That means I'm not going to the shopping center with this $40, $50, $60 budget to my favorite green store to shop. So, even though we are disciplined in some areas, some of us, with, taking our lunch and things like that, just not doing the little extra things that we enjoy doing, going to movies or something like that. So that's good. That's good that you mentioned that for some of us that is eating out every day, going to lunch. That's money that can be saved and put back. And I hadn't thought about that in a while. So thanks for that reminder.
Yeah, and you'd be surprised if you're doing a no spend month. Before you start, go ahead and write out what you intend to do with the money that you save. I don't care if it's $5, $10, $20. Have a plan and decide what you're going to do with that money. Whether if you don't have any savings or haven't built your savings account up, a fully funded emergency fund, go ahead and put that money in your emergency fund. Or let's say, example, if you're paying off debt, if you have high interest debt that you're paying off, maybe designate that money for that. Or if you're saving for a trip, if you do plan on taking a trip, because I'm not saying don't take trips, don't have fun, but the important piece is to plan. And that's where we mess up, because our poor planning is what bites us in the later. So
yeah, not necessarily right then, but a couple months down the road when something else pop up and you be like, oh man, yeah. So you're so right on that. But yeah, that's some good stuff. I had never really thought about it like that though. Never. Yeah. And so this is definitely putting some thought in his brain. And with all this big money that's coming in next couple months too, that
are you referring to tax refunds?
Absolutely, I am.
and by the way, if you missed episode 7, go listen to that. You absolutely need to go back and listen to episode 7, because we talked about some tax refund mistakes. So you don't want to miss that.
Yeah, and that's kind of the irony in it all. When we was preparing for this episode, I was like, now you mean to tell me I got all this money now and now I can't go spend a month? Ah, come on.
No, I've never, no, I never say
No,
you can't
yeah, that's
spend
right.
it.
That's right. That's right. So it's just the irony of it all. But yeah, I mean, this is good lessons to prepare and to begin to think, because I think more often than not, with the inflation and some of the things that we're dealing with in our economy and in our world, I think more of us are thinking more on financial literacy and financial disciplines now, because we see the impact of what things have evolved into. And so a no spend month, hey, if you're one of those like me that I don't know about the no spend month right now because of the situation that I'm in and the things that I have going on in my life, how about a no spend week? I mean, that's something too, to take these principles and then maybe you can do 2 weeks and 3 weeks and then build up to that month. So that's something also to think about. Take the baby steps.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you'd be surprised. Another thing that could come out of a no spend month, if you get through the whole month and you realize, oh, I'm okay with not spending money on whatever, you may identify things that you could either reduce or just completely eliminate out of your monthly budget. I mean, you just, again, the main purpose is, yes, it is to help save money, but really it's to help you to be more mindful and aware and just pay attention to what it is you're doing. Now, if by chance you're someone who likes to shop, and if you are an emotional shopper, before you decide to do your no spend month, I would highly suggest that you sit back and figure out what is it that you plan to do as a substitute for shopping. Because, it's like anything else. If you remove something from one area, we're going to replace it with something else. So you need to decide, are you going to go play tennis, go hang out at your friend's house, walk at the park? I don't know. All the above, do a puzzle. If shopping is your thing and that is something you struggle with, then before you start to task yourself with this, then do decide how you're going to spend your time that you would otherwise be spending shopping. So that is something to think about. All right. So if you're just now joining us on the Money and Mindset podcast, we are discussing reasons to do a no spend month. And hey, send us an email and let us know if you intend on doing a no spend month or if you've done one and what was the outcome. I'd like to know. You can email us at moneyandmindsetpodcast@gmail.com. And that's also in the comments for the show notes. So reach out to us and let us know.
Yeah, I think I'll go for the week. I think I'll commit to a week. I think that is about as good as I can do for now. And so I'm going to commit to the week, and then we'll see how it goes, and I'll report back to you to see how that went.
Well, I'm gonna tell off on my family here. My husband and both the kids. It's like I say no spend month, and boy, I tell you, all of a sudden you think I turned into a big green monster. So I mean, because I don't do a lot of shopping anyway, but still that includes them, because that means even with them, we're not going to drop by here and there and pick up this and that, because this is what it is. And parents, if you're parents and you're listening to this and you do a no spend month, explain it to your kids and teach them the reasons behind it, because this is definitely a good learning opportunity for us to pass on those gems, because that's a big part of financial literacy and wealth building, is not only for us to learn and improve, but also to share what we're learning so that the younger generation won't make the same mistakes that that we're currently cleaning up. So yeah. Well, I think that's it. All I got to say about this no spend month is good luck, plan ahead, be mindful, and decide what you're going to do with the money that you save while you're doing it. And Tricia, do you have anything else to add?
No, that's been awesome. That's been awesome. I got a lot to think about. And guys, I'm doing it with you. I mean, I'm here. It's new for me. I've told you kind of where I stand on it. So I'm going to accept the challenge. Thank you for putting it out there. Like I said, I'm not doing the whole month, but a week I can and I will. And I accept the challenge. So thank you for this. This is great.
All right. All right. You have all of our listeners. We got all these accountability partners rooting you on. All right, guys. Thank you for listening to the Money and Mindset podcast. Until next time, take care.